Hello there everyone, and welcome back to Napoleon Total War with the Eras mod. We have been continuing here for a while after actually finishing the campaign to build up something in between the new campaign, which is gonna be in Shogun 2. And now we've come to the final one. I've decided that this is gonna be the final one because I'm gonna need to start on the new campaign. But I think hopefully this will be a satisfying end by crushing the Austrians, sending them away from Central Europe, exiling them over to this side, and then finalize the defeat of the Prussians by releasing Warsaw as an independent nation. So the Polish will be allowed to do just that. So what we're going to start with is to be able to exile them completely. At this point, they will probably accept a peace treaty. So what I will be doing is we'll go ahead and take this from them. And then once the ceasefire goes into effect, all their troops will be transferred over to these isolated provinces out here, which would leave me completely in control of this area with no problem. So I don't need to focus at all on the fact that they have laid siege once more to Vienna. Instead, what we're going to do is we're going to focus on this right here. And the first bit is I'm going to move Jean Drap up so that he supports the army that comes in next, which is Audrinon, which has received reinforcements and is now able to move up to fight here. And he is going to move up, and he wasn't intercepted, which is good. He's going to lay the siege then. But I don't want to fight these two at the same time. I'm going to fight them one by one. We're going to then bring in the rest of these reinforcement troops, and then Jean Rapp is going to move up and defeat this army on its... Okay, so they didn't even... That makes it way much easier than I thought it would be. He doesn't even fight, which leaves the army here on its own against all the troops around here. And it looks like I have 18,000 in reinforcements, and we got 7,000 attacking against their 9,000. They don't stand a chance, do they? Or they shouldn't. We have over 25,000 men against that 10,000. They do have a large fort, which was newly built here. However, I don't think they have a chance, so I'm gonna out-resolve that. And I'm surprised actually that the out-resolve was as lenient against me as it was. I only lost about 2,000 men against their 10,000 lost. And with that, I'm sure the Austrians will agree to a ceasefire, peace treaty. Wonderful! So, now I hold this territory. We're gonna burn the stupid fort. Wonderful! This army is saved. And I am now in control of all of this, and there's no enemy troops. All of these troops are now freed up, which can move elsewhere. But since this is the last video, it doesn't matter where any of these go. Now, what we need to do is focus on this. So, the thing is, there's, like, again, like 10,000 men here. There are much more cavalry and cannon than it was down here, so maybe a little bit less than 10,000, but roughly 10,000 men. And I only have this to fight them with, and I'm not really that keen on that. So what I'm going to do right now is I'm gonna wait out the turns. I'm gonna attack them on when there's 2 turns left. So we're gonna do 3 end turns, waiting for these guys to almost surrender. This will give me a little bit of a little bit, make it a little bit easier to take the fort with them starving inside. The big problem with the forts like this is they basically fight to the death inside of them, which, I mean, I could definitely on the field defeat an army like this with the Polish army, but and now even with howitzer it's going to be difficult. So I want to starve them out a little bit, kill them off, and then we're going to fight. The problem with this is, of course, there's a few Prussians outside, which could cause problems, and I want to do as little damage to the Polish army as possible in this time, so that they are fresh to attack. We do have Napoleon to go around and attack these that are outside. Hopefully the Austrians do not resume hostilities in the meantime. And yes, that's about it. Oh, apparently that's the best way to go down there. I will leave you to it then. I will have to go, or you will leave me to it then, as I end turn and clear the area of enemies and prepare then for the final battle, which will be the Battle of Warsaw, as we let the Polish recreate their state. So, after having starved the Prussians for quite a while, it's time to attack. The number has dwindled a little bit. There's still an advantage of 1,800, close to 2,000 men in favor of the enemy. Just in case the Polish army isn't there to able to carry the day, I got Napoleon ready to reinforce. And I've set it up so it's going to be only Old Guard coming in to reinforce. And hopefully that will be able to, through the charge of bayonet, being able to seize the fort. We've got one breach in the wall, which is great. I don't need to climb as much. It's probably still have to climb a little bit onto the walls, but that should make it a lot easier. Sieges take a lot of time, so we better get started. Onwards we go. And so here we are for the final battle. I've arrayed my army as I wanted, and let's go ahead and start. First things first will be to charge down these guns right here. I would hope that these hills would cover the cavalry, so the enemy expends a lot of their energy in the first shots there without actually being able to hit anything. As I'm expecting that I will be needing to bring in the Old Guard for the final push, just because we don't have the troop numbers really. You did not reach properly, which is troublesome. That we start off with something like that.
Our men are running, sir.
It's not that big of a deal that the cavalry units are broken. They're not very useful in sieges. But it would have been nice if we'd been able to pull back, regroup, and actually hit the enemy cavalry. Just hitting them and breaking them down makes it so that my cannons can advance without trouble. Time to order up the howitzers. The experimental howitzer has surprisingly long range. Are we winning? Should be. But there's a lot of things Right, they win. They did win. Good. I'm just gonna occupy the enemy by... Actually, I should order these guys to leave. So we can get the
Our men are running.
hussars to join. I mean the old guard to join in good order. Okay, so the lances were actually broken over there. Cannon fire. The Prussians firing on their own men, plus fighting the heavy cavalry. I guess those chargers weren't the best. Ordered up the lights as well. This is a bad maneuver moving here, because one cannon shot bouncing through like that is gonna destroy them. Also, these guys should be on this side, while the light infantry that can actually form square should be on this side. I think he's actually retreating back to the castle now, or the fort. Will retire. 12-pounders have reached their position and should set up. Oh, that cavalry unit came back. That would be the target for the guns, actually, more so than firing on the fort. I could fire for the fort for hours, not make any headway. What I think I'll do is I'll order the guns later on to fire at the enemy guns, and hopefully that gets their cavalry going, and so they will charge out of the fort. Right, a full volley of 12-pounder guns. Oh, they rallied that bastard of a cavalry unit as well. Right, I'm gonna order an attack on their artillery, which becomes a response by the cavalry. If we're very unlucky here, of bouncing shots are gonna take out the howitzers. That's why I'm advancing the infantry, to kind of have them ahead of the they didn't want to come out and fight me. Right, respond, damn you, respond, come out here, so that I can kill you. Because it's going to be a lot worse when I'm up close and have the cavalry ride out to strike me, because they have quite a lot of cavalry. One of the howitzers is horse-drawn, horse artillery, so I could speed that up, set it up, and could be firing already. But the problem with that is, of course, that the enemy cavalry would come out to greet us. Right? Now when we've lured you out, we'll turn the guns to actually face you. And before you ride into the wall of steel, you're gonna receive one hell of a beating with artillery fire. And as the infantry is just about setting up into position, that is when they fire. Wonderful. let's go ahead and continue with this. See if we can get more of them to come out. And have the infantry advance. Oh, the lights shot the infantry in the back. I have such a layered defense. Oh, the entire unit is dead. Oh yeah, I did notice that we'd got not just one. Where's the other one? We've got two of them. Perhaps there's a third one somewhere. We've been all over the place. Never actually in Moscow, but we see this one everywhere. The good thing about this is when I order the attack on the guns, they like, oh, there's a big wall behind, we can't fire at it. So they have the guns ready and ready to fire as soon as I redirect them to fire at the cavalry, which I have lured out. And is smashing them. However, for this second shot, I think they might get a little bit too close to the rest of the infantry. Who's firing here? It's the other unit. God damn you, hold fire. Alright, we'll have these two take the woods. This brigade should advance. And then the lights should move up ahead. Possibly what I should do is actually move those lights over to the right and have them on the front receiving the cannon fire instead of line infantry. So move there instead. Alright, the 12-pounders. Maybe we should see about rattling some more cavalry now that a lot of my troops are in place. Alright, howitzer is in place. You are in place. I want you, though, to fire at the center. Because this one reaches all the way to the other side of the fort. This one, not as much. It will reach the center, though. Oh, did you just get hit? God damn it. And they broke. God damn it. I need those. I'm gonna send up the general, see if I can rally those. And here comes the cavalry. Let's see, how many more cavalry units do they have? There's at least 3 there. With that one, 4. And this one. Form square and fired well. That one was already kind of broken. Alright, switch to fire on these. That was unfortunate. I thought they had a pretty good position to hide there. I'm guessing because the enemy is targeting these with their guns, and that's what sort of drew the fire there. The guns are still there, so if I can rally the crew, I might just be able to get them back into work. And we can organize them to target the center. Have you fired? Yeah, they are reloading. I completely missed that point. Right, hopefully we'll drag the fire from the wall out to fire on these. and avoid my howitzer. We've already done 10% on that angle area, which I'm quite surprised. Speed up the fire. There we go, here comes a shot, and it lands right in the middle. It lands right in the middle. It's not as effective as in other mods, the howitzer, but it does do a lot of damage. We should have held fire until they got closer. It is a unit that's already been sent out previously, as it's kind of down in numbers. Here comes the second one. And a third. I think that might be it on the cavalry side. So this one, plus this one, and then this one. Once they're gone, the enemy has no more cavalry. Right, these are set up, and one of them actually needs to get even a bit closer to hit the center. We'll still try to aim for the center. And I'll order you to target the ground. And hopefully that works. Do you fire all 3 guns? Yes, you do. Wonderful. That's exactly what I want. Okay, so we've got 161 coming out. You will now be targeted by the artillery. There's a risk of these squares being broken. Actually, you should drop the square, go into line to support the square, be able to push as much fire into the flank of this unit as possible. Meanwhile, my howitzers have started to go to work on the troops inside. We have one unit coming out to fight us. Wonderful. They have a little bit abandoned this flank right here. Right, the cavalry is just broke. Wonderful. And he breaks by riding through the square as well. Right, now I have all the howitzers firing. Let's go ahead and boost the fire rate. A lot of the shots are landing on that building. Unfortunately for me, no one's in it. And the 12-pounders. Huh. Here comes the next cavalry unit that needs to be broken down. I think already now I should be ordering up infantry to attack. Hold fire and wait for them to get closer. 12-pounders. Target them. Oh shit, they're going for the thin line. And somehow the line kind of holds. My 12-pounders decided to shoot towards the square instead. Possibly anticipating that's where the enemy is going. It doesn't matter that much that this line would be broken, because they won't be doing much anyways in terms of they're not going to be a deciding factor in whether or not I win this battle. I'm gonna send forwards 2 units, and we're gonna try and climb this and kill the militia battalion that's up on the wall. See about killing that one with by adding some more firepower to that. You can see this side of the wall is actually, there's no one there. Like we have 3 units here and then we have 2 in that end. But a large part of that wall, there's nothing. Alright, up through the woods and start skirmishing with the wall. Ooh. We are throwing splinters and stuff all the way into here, but I would need even more to hit that area to really ram it home. Also, I probably need to move the general closer in supporting for the melee fight. This unit is now moving away from the front there. I'm gonna order these guys to try and pick off enemies of the wall. Either side of the wall should be claimed. You should hopefully be able to take care of this guy. All the howitzer, make sure that all the howitzer are working. They're all reloading and they're all firing towards the center. Oh, that landed on the wall right there. Took out the gun. Nicely done. It's gonna save quite a few troops. Meanwhile, 2 units are climbing. Let's organize the lights in a little bit of a better fashion. 27 dragoons in poor morale isn't gonna break this unit. Right, they're sending over a musketeer and the fusilier. The fusilier should be easy enough to defeat in melee. The others though, not so much. The problem is they put troops in some of these houses to guard the area coming through here. Ooh, that hit the unit right there. Is that what I'm aiming for? Let's make sure that we just keep targeting the center there. And not something else. Maybe you should be targeting the wall instead or something a little bit behind there. And you should keep... Ooh, that landed right among the troops right there. A lot of them fell over. I don't know how many of them were killed. What are you doing? Oh, you were ordered to yeah, you were ordered to attack this one. That's why I normally... A lot of people like, why don't you ever order the troops to attack specific units? Because I forget, and they then try to follow a broken unit, and they end up like that. Well, just don't forget it then. Well, that's easier said than done. The guys on the wall are not too... God damn it, one of them broke already. Probably minimal fighting as well. Got an additional 3 units here. Right, we make more attempts at storming the wall. They have moved a lot of troops now towards here. That looks like it's militia. I thought it was guard. 12-pounder guns. We should probably be firing on this side instead to avoid shooting our own. Let's make a more determined attack. God damn it. They all routed the ones that I sent up, and looks like a minimal result from that. You have rallied, but you're not going to be able to assault the walls, are you? Okay, you can assault there, but you cannot assault here. It would be nice if I could do like Shogun 2 and burn the gate. Oh, wait, what? The gate is actually broken. All the gates are broken, actually. Huh. Then I can move up and fire through the gate. I could also send cavalry through.
Sir, our general is under attack.
Ooh, they're shooting the stupid guns at my general. Right, let's move him back a little bit. If he dies, that's a major problem here. There's so many of them up on the wall. You know what? We need to get things rolling, don't we? I'm gonna order kind of a suicide charge of the cavalry going through there. Oh, that bastard's back. What are you aiming for? Because now you shot way short. Target the ground. Way back there. Right now, climbing the wall seems very futile, given the amount of troops up on the wall. The thing though is, if I get a few troops inside, I think they will abandon the wall in a lot of places. If I just get a few troops inside. And that will save a lot, because then they won't be firing the stupid guns up there on the wall. Some of them are actually climbing down. You should fall back then and deal with that. And then you, together with the other lancers, should force your way in through the broken gate. Oh crap, there's a... I didn't realize there was a unit that was coming through there. Hold fire. The cavalry is going to have to find another gate. They're moving away everyone from this side. We'll move around and move through that gate though. Which is actually worse in a way, because it's cramped in a completely different way. Move back and then counter charge. But you were broken. Enemy general was killed. Probably due to some howitzer fire. So it is having some effect, definitely. Actually, go around completely, and then you can come through this gate. And now you will counter charge here, and some of the bastards have come down the wall. So you will move like that. 90 men. You will make an attempt. Right, move in closer. Blast the bastards. All these units that are leaving should leave for good. I'm not gonna need you. Right, we're holding back enemy cavalry. They completely left this area now, which opens up for my cavalry to get through. Go through. Deal some damage. You will move up and fire through the opening. Retire and allow this unit to shoot them down instead. The cavalry is through. It's a bit of a suicide charge. Charge of the Headless Horseman. Let's cause a bit of a stir inside the castle. Meanwhile, you can set up to fire through there. You're firing through there. The cavalry's chasing those guys off. Could potentially move through that opening.
A glorious victory, sir, is soon to be yours.
It is. That sounds wonderful. Let's see, they're facing the wrong way. A suicide charge on the guns by this smaller unit. You're firing through here, doing damage to them. This cavalry unit coming through there. They have vacated a lot of the wall. Right. I want these two units to attack that section of the wall. Oh, he did make it through. When everything's like exploding overhead. Let's see if we can activate as much of this as possible. Get them to come out and fight us. They have left this house. Should make it easier to get through. This unit just took out those guns. I could probably send more units through there without a problem. Are you... What are you doing? I want you guys to actually climb. There's one unit out there, which I want you guys to focus on. It's probably going to be a lot of friendly fire in this battle. Leave. 12 pounders. Don't really have anything to fire at, do they? Fire at this guy. Alright, we're going through. Well, they can rest when they're dead. In this case. So many of the ones in the center has moved, so I don't know where we're firing really at this point. might not be safe for my own troops to come in. Right, boost the shots. They're already running, probably because I'm shooting them as they climb up. It's not the smartest. Okay, I have 2 grenadiers that go inside. General, move over here. Or somewhere over here where they can't shoot you as well. So 1 unit is fighting. 1 will pull back and open fire on the others. The general should run to position. Oh, they broke. Great. And this one's about to break as well. 1 has moved out over there. Alright, a little bit late for the general to come and join this. He'll have to sit back here. Move into line as it looks like the Prussian's going to follow us out of the opening. That gun seemed like it was firing specifically at my general. This is the cavalry unit has come back. Can try and attack this guy in the back. We've got 3 locked in combat here. We've got a number of them that seems to be wanting to go through there. We do have what looks to be an opening back here and back here. But I've amassed most troops over here. I want you to shoot at the troops that are coming through instead. You guys can shoot at the ones at the wall.
Our men are running, sir.
It won't be much, but I'll make sure that my own cavalry unit does not come back. Ooh, some really good hits in the center. And now the lifeguard is coming out of the main building. Unfortunately broke. The enemy was quick enough to turn around. Oh, I ordered you to shoot them, not go in after them. More units are breaking on this side, where we now only have 2 lights. Right, you will be ordered to retreat as well. We have loads of troops retreating here. Right, fire on that unit that came out. And you can try and fire at the units that are trying to climb down over here. Possibly one of the cavalry unit, because they took heavy losses in that charge. I feel like I have a pretty good chance to win this fight right here. And this light unit, which is... they're just setting everyone over here. We still have about 4 regiments stationed in the center, plus the guards. But we just broke the guys there at the gate. See about moving some troops so that I could potentially then charge through here. See what kind of damage we can do. A lot of them... I want them to still be occupied here, as I'm trying to move through the center. So, I'm gonna see about putting the lights further away, so they keep up the fight. Actually, the 12-pounders now, you guys do have targets. These guys out in the open can be fired upon. Right, let's move through. Moving 4 units through. I'm putting the general right up onto the wall to support. And then you just stand out here to try and soak up fire. At this point, I actually probably wanted some of Napoleon's cavalry to come in, because they've got 3 units outside, which would suffer heavily if I, you know, charged them with cavalry. And then I've got one then in reserve. Actually, what I'll do is I'll put these 2 in line towards these guys, and then you will move up something like that. And then rally. Fire at those that are climbing down. Well, would you look at that? Let's see. Should probably fire at the guard there. Standing right in front of you. Damn! That's what I want to see. The problem here though is, god damn it, probably my own artillery fire from the howitzers. Or it could just be, I mean, it is the guards that are firing there. Right, I want you to make line towards the wall then instead. Okay, another light. Broken. You are dealing with those, you're dealing with that. Am I getting reinforcements now? My 12-pounders should be aiding here. And we're continuously firing there as well. Oh, we've got units coming down from the walls. Militia battalion attacking these guys in the back. Well, we have to pull off. Oh, look at that. They're specifically avoiding my unit to try and... oh, because they're broken. They're broken. That's why they're out here. The general has lost a lot of his bodyguard. It's because these stupid bastards. Oh, nice hit. And look at the morale drop on all the guys in the center. If the Polish army had had 10,000 men instead of whatever they had, 7,000, this would have gone a lot different. I'll boost you. We have some Prussian units now leaving. We have 3 of them leaving. You guys are still... These guys going warm as hell, probably, with all the fire they've gone through. I want to see Napoleon's old guard turning up as reinforcements now, though. Because if, I mean, at this point, if the battle crashes, all of this is in vain. The amount of shot we're laying onto that centerpiece right there. And I wonder how many these guys have managed to shoot as they're shooting through the opening here into, I mean, perfect targets. You can't get better targets. Okay, now it looks like the center is actually responding to what's going on here. Oh, the enemy is closing in. Continuously fire canister that way, and you will continue to fire round shot. Alright, they were broken. Once the guard opened up on them, it was all over. There's no point for the general to stay that close now. It's just gonna risk him getting shot to pieces. Now the problem, the victory I had at the river, the same mechanics that led to a victory there, is now causing quite the bit of problem for me. Right, hold fire, switch to canister for all of you. I have just a handful of units left that I can control.
Oui, monsieur.
And
The men are fatigued,
with
sir.
no reinforcement in sight, am I gonna be forced to withdraw here? Come on, get those canisters going. The general is close enough to support. So now I have 120 men there. And then we have all of these readying their canister. Which should do quite the number on this unit. Would you look at all the damage we did, but also the amount of troops we lost. That, once I opened up and got all of those guards down. Alright, he's gone. You can continue to fire towards the center. And we'll break another Prussian unit over here. I wonder if that's too close, maybe. Oh crap, now there's the guard unit has come out. Actually, you two can fire at the guard unit. The last Inspire. Let's see if that helps.
The entire unit is dead, sir.
Good. That means reinforcements can come quicker, hopefully. What are you doing? It's like crucial that you return fire. But no, you're gonna
Oui, monsieur.
be silly in such a time of crisis. Especially when I bloody well boosted you. You're laying a waste to all that boosting power. 12 pounders. Deal with the guard. Let's see, what is this unit? And why has he left? Exhausted. You know, the quickest way out is actually this way.
The entire unit is dead, sir.
I do have the advantage in numbers on them. I fire on this guy instead. Actually, all of those idiots are coming out. We don't reach them yet. Or not with all. Reinforcements, finally! The one that has range will fire on that. You will fire on that. You will continue to fire towards the center. Finally, Napoleon and his Nick Ceruto has arrived. Napoleon is sending in his guard. After all that hard work we have done. Might actually be more useful for the guns to aid here. Or perhaps behind it, behind the unit. Ooh, the 12 pounders. Firing through all of this. It's probably doing one hell of a amount of damage on them. Right, the Grenadiers marching towards the center. The general needs to ride up and stand right next to these guys. Make sure that they hold. There's too few of them. There's too few. Right, pull back. If they come for the howitzers, we'll have to switch to canister shot again. There is, what? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 units inside the castle. The amount of kills, because it's like the perfect lineup for the guns to fire at. And I will fire at the lead units on either column and then bounce shots through. Glorious. Alright, hold fire. Switch to canister. Oh, he broke all of those with his canister fire. Or with his howitzer fire. Right, you will aim for those then. And you will aim maybe for the guy there on the wall. And then these will be set to canister. The general will be moved behind. Okay, they are shooting at us. We will return fire. And you will leave. I need more old guard. Bit over dramatic to say that the entire unit is dead when they've just left the field. It's actually being broken by the canister. The problem that would happen now is that the game crashes. That's where the difficult lies now. That I would lose, not because I would lose the fight, but because the game crashes. Nick Ceruto and Christian Mataya is both in. Wonderful. And they're already set to move to the center, which is good as well. Hold fire. Pick target at will. I'm hoping here that the 12 pounders sufficiently pummeling these guys Actually, what I think I should do is I should have both of them target the one lead unit instead. The cannon shot seems to be landing a little bit all over the place. Alright, third old guard unit's coming in. But right now all I can do is bombard while waiting for my reinforcements to arrive. Nick Ceruto and the old guard has arrived. Very tired though of having forced marched to take part in the battle. The enemy is actually climbing off the wall here. And the old guard is dealing damage to the enemy down there. They're coming out. Then I want you to aim at the gate, and you guys will pick at will. Same with you, so you will all pick at will. That's I was wondering when Beluga would show up. It is Prussian reinforcements. Nick Ceruto is not actually doing that well right now. I think the angle is bad, or I don't know how many troops there were down there. I'd figure he'd be able to break the enemy pretty rapidly. Especially as they are in quite the thick columns. Are you gonna charge here? Right, the enemy is coming close to these, so canister it is. I guess I spoke too soon. The unit was now broken. And Christian Mathia is coming in to take up the flank. Canister right through there. We've got a single musketeer against two old guard now. Crossfire. Plus the 12 pounders landing in there. Fire. Beluga moving up on the flank of Christian Mathia. Is it even... I guess I'll form square then. And then we've got 2 additional Old Guard which are about to move inside to claim the fort. Nixarutu broke this unit as well. These guys are on the run. Hold fire, select explosive. Everyone firing towards the last unit. And then the Old Guard dealing. Alright, Blucher was wounded in the action. He dies at the last post, in the last ditch of Prussia. Oh, there's a unit, god damn it. There's actually 3 units according to the map. There's one in the house, one of the houses as well. I think. There's one here. And there's one coming over here. Oh yeah, it's Blucher. I was worried. I was a little bit worried there, like, what unit is that? Right, forward. Rest of the army forward. Let's go ahead and win this before the game decides to crash on me. The Prussians really holding on here. In the very last, they're gonna fight. Guess once again we'll have to switch to canister. And the guard will now enter the fort. And just to make sure, we might not want to risk it. Let's go ahead and order the howitzers to stop firing at the fort. And the Old Guard forcing their way through.
The men are fatigued, sir, and must rest a while.
As soon as possible into line. With the 2 following units behind. General just there. And you guys should be firing. The Old Guard over there. Oh, the battle has drawn out so long now. I'm talking all kinds of nonsense. Okay, we're not gonna be able to line up to fire on him. It takes too long. So we'll order a charge. Very tired versus exhausted Prussians. Blucher is back. Blucher is back. Is it gonna be a problem though, or is he not? You gonna ride in front of the canister shot? Or you're gonna march into the Old Guard? Finally broken. Move in to capture the flag. They're all exhausted. We do have this one coming in, which can take care of the last enemy unit. And that's what it takes, ladies and gentlemen, to take control of a fort when you're when you got quite a few thousand men defending it. And we had to fight them to the very last bit, didn't we? to the absolute last man. Like, literally no one survived this. They all fought to the very, very end. And now it's just this grenadier. Once he's got... oh yeah. Time to hold fire probably with all of these. Not to break my army at the very last moment. And there, finally. It didn't crash or nothing, and I was able to win this siege battle. Here's the result of the battle. I deployed a total of 11,000 men to take the fort against 7,000 defenders. 7,000 defenders lie dead. Only 4 remain, which is 4 bodyguard of Blucher's bodyguard, I imagine. Even though it was a heavy fight, where we had to slug our way through, and it felt like I was losing thousands of men, which I was. 3,000 of them dead, but I actually thought the levels of casualties would be even higher. Howitzer. They did prove to be very useful. This is the cavalry howitzer as well, the Cheval, killing 525. And we have an infantry unit at 548. There's another howitzer here at 300. Here's another howitzer. Experimental howitzer, very poorly, 149. It's very inaccurate and it takes a long time to reload, so I'm not surprised that it did so poorly. However, hopefully the accuracy has increased now with all that experience. Wonderful. The Prussians are gone, and with that, I mean, there's no... France should take it, right? France should hold it. No. We should liberate it. The Polish state, for all their toil, the nation is back. There we go. The Polish are back. And with that, we will end the campaign. I'll set up, well, the last bit will be we'll trade with Mikhail I of Poland, the constitutional monarch. Wonderful. And notice how all the smaller nations are all my protectorates, except for the Hungarians. The Hungarians managed to slip through and they are only allied. But at this point, I wonder, just as a final bit here, can I sue for peace with everyone? to kind of end it all here. Okay, Sweden wants to fight. Denmark wants to fight. I know Great Britain don't want to fight. So Russia stopped hostilities, which means that I don't have to advance into Russia anymore. The Austrians got absolute crap beaten out of them. And it's just the Scandinavians that's fucking stupid. Right. I think that's a worthy end of the campaign. So now I will move on to the next campaign, and I'll see you there. I don't think with all that fighting we should linger on this video any longer. So I'll leave you with that. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this, and hopefully I'll see you guys for the next one. Bye.